You guys ready to hit it?
All right, I hit record, so now we are live.
Well, let's just do this. Hey, everybody, it's me, Tom Dalton from the PBS TV show Under the Radar, Michigan, with Jim Edelman, my buddy in crime, and of course, the man who I consider to be the man of the hour for 2020, and only for good reasons. Dave Lorenz from Pure Michigan has helped us all travel and negotiate this crazy pandemic safely, responsibly. And Dave, I have to tell you, I think we've traveled more this past year with you than we ever have before.
Yeah, you're right. With every bad thing, there are opportunities to turn it around, at least to some degree, and create some positives. And I tell you, one of the things that kept me going this year was you guys.
No,
Being out there, being able to get out there with you guys, sometimes in the same vehicle with you guys, which I have to say is a blast. It's way too much fun.
Well, like you've always said,
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable traveling, then do what you feel is right for you.
Absolutely.
But what we've tried to do this past year is to show people that if you have to or you want to travel and you do it responsibly, you can do it. Correct?
You really can. And, I think, as we look back at 2020 and say goodbye 2020, goodbye forever 2020, we can look at this in what's that optical thing they always say, look at it in, what's the numbers?
Rose-colored glasses?
No, what are the
2020.
numbers? 2040, right?
no, 2020.
10, 20?
2020.
2020. What is it? So whatever it is.
How about we check your hearing first?
Yeah, yes. 5-0. Hold on. No, that's the wrong one too. But as we look back, I think we're going to be able to look back at 2020 in a different time after a bit of time, because there have been, and it's hard to say this, and still be totally understood. There have been some good things that have come out of 2020. I think that most of us have learned to think about other people in a new and different and expanded way.
Yeah.
I think that's for the most case. I think that we've grown to appreciate where we are, who we're with when we can be with them. Just the mere opportunity to be with our friends and loved ones who have made it through this very difficult thing. And, that just, those opportunities to kind of think seriously about those things, they don't happen every day. They don't happen every year. And thank goodness for that, because they usually come out of challenge and stress and strife.
Right.
So I'm hoping that 2021, as the vaccines get out there and we really start to battle this thing and we get beyond it, you can see that bright light in the future. And I'm hoping that we don't forget about the importance of relationships, about the great blessing that we have to live where we do and to be able to travel freely in Pure Michigan.
Yeah, I totally agree. This has given me a totally new perspective on my friends, my neighbors, my family. It's just, that's the silver lining in the whole thing, is it's to sort of reset the way we all think about each other and how much we need each other.
Yeah.
How much we're responsible for each other.
Yeah.
So which is why we've been preaching shop local, eat local, take care of your community, your friends, your neighbors, the people around you, because we do live in a wonderful place. So this has given us a chance to sort of reset, set back, and re-explore.
We were going through the list of the places that we had visited during the warm weather months and into the fall. We haven't been able to get out there that much, in the winter so far. But you think about some of these places. What were some of the favorites that you guys had?
Well, like you were saying earlier, we got off to a rocky start when we visited. This is back early June. We went to Mackinac Island and did the interview on the front of the ferry. And I came this close to going in the water.
The top deck, row by row, to create space.
Gotcha.
We have, don't be
get
falling
one
over now.
Don't save me.
But we also have a ton of hand sanitizers.
Yeah.
Which would have been great on camera, but it started back in June. We went to Mackinac Island where things they sort of reopened up a little bit the first time.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Chris Shepler, he's used to being on a boat, so he's just standing there. We're like, all over the place.
Well, plus y'all were way down by that hair that you hadn't cut in months.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that was pretty amazing. I
was
think
nice.
the horses on Mackinac Island, going to the stables, Jack's livery stable, it was like walking back into Old West. yet
Yeah, it
you're on
was.
Mackinac Island.
Yeah, and all along the way, the people that we talked to, they were so concerned about making sure to offer a safe environment for everybody. So I think of places like the Air Zoo, the Kalamazoo area, what a awesome place. But all the things that they did and are doing to keep people safe. Gilmore Car Museum in that area as well. Places kind of closer to home for me, the Silverside submarine, the museum there, and seeing how people were still using Pierre Marquette Beach and such, and thinking kind of along the maritime lines, the Fort Gratiot Lighthouse over in Port Huron and the South Haven Maritime Museum back in West Michigan. I mean, it's pretty awesome to think about all these very different attractions and very different experiences, and how the people that run them had to put so much thought into keeping us safe for our travel experiences.
Yeah, and actually, a true testament to that is the fact that, like I was saying earlier, we have traveled more in 2020 with you than we have on the show ever before. But because these people have gone to such great lengths and taken such great care to keep us and everyone else safe, we did it, and we're healthy. We're fine because we did it responsibly. We played by the rules, and every place, from the museums to the restaurants to the business establishments, everybody has gone so far out of their way to make sure we're all safe.
Well, if you think about it, we travel a lot here in this state, and after a time you think, well, I've been everywhere, right? I know everything. Well, during this whole situation, I've experienced new places, met new people, probably more so than I normally would. I think about like the My Tiki Resort in Oscoda, which was just fantastic, right on the water, just such a cool little place. And then Kanabe's Apple Orchard up near Alpena, right?
Right, just outside of Rogers City.
Yeah, and the new restaurant there that we visited in Alpena. All those things. There's just so many things. The Island Resort Casino was just fun to be there, and I was really impressed with all the things they did over there in the Escanaba area.
Yep.
Got to have a pasty lunch at one of the public parks in Escanaba, feeling like a real youper.
Yep.
So it was pretty cool too.
Yeah, the neat thing, and like you sort of touched on it just now, the neat thing for me is because of this whole COVID tragedy, all the new people we've met, you got to meet and talk to people on a more personal level and really find out what's going on in their lives and how important what we're doing is to what they're trying to survive. So I know a lot of people say, you probably shouldn't be traveling this time, with what's going on, but I think it was important for us to get out, see these people, reassure these people, help support these people, because if we didn't, who's going to?
Yeah. Well, the thing that I noticed as well, wearing masks everywhere and not having the best hearing forces me to really kind of intentionally really pay attention to people.
Right.
And really listen to them and really try to understand what they're saying rather than me just kind of talking people, over people like I normally do. So that's been a blessing because it has kind of opened up my mind like, I really need to pay attention to people a little bit more.
Well, one of the things that, in the UTR universe, when we're out doing the show, we move fast. We moved really fast doing these videos, but I look back on some of the relationships and friendships we've made that, they get lumped into the whole like silo of friends that we've made doing this show. But I loved our trip up to the Keweenaw Peninsula. We met some really great people. We actually, we were able to squeeze in the Mineral Museum into an episode that's coming up soon.
It's what an awesome place.
Yeah, so we saw that in our videos and then went back and we didn't drive back up there. We did it on Zoom. But just this idea that it's opened up more story ideas that people will see on the show. I just loved our trips from that standpoint.
Well, here's a little bit of insider insight for you is when you see Tom and occasionally Jim on the UTR program and you see them having a good time and you wonder, I wonder if they're really like that. I wonder if they really have that much fun. Let me tell you, they're really like that. And they really have a lot of fun.
What's your favorite part about traveling with the Under the Radar?
I'll tell you what my favorite part is. They provide Army men.
Next time I'm bringing Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
So just make sure to go in the right direction or else.
How come they're all shooting at me?
Just warning you.
I'm taking video.
What's a video?
Because that camera won't start up in time.
How's everything going so far?
Oh my God, amazing. This is single serving, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I'll say. Yes, Tom. That's correct.
Because your trip begins
At Michigan.org.
Taking a picture of Dave, taking a
Keep walking backwards. Keep going back. A little back further. A little further. A little further.
Wait, what?
You're gonna go back another 50 yards,
there's
and you'll go
water
away the water.
I mean, I think about just some of the kind of, unplanned, like meals. Well, we went to Zender's in Frankenmuth, and the meal was so great. The problem is we were laughing so hard, it was hard to, consume it because there's a lot of laughter, even in this very difficult time. And it's been a very difficult time. We've been able to still kind of cut through those challenges and get some smiles. And I hope people have been smiling and laughing along with us. And I hope that's helped to relieve some of these pressures we've all been through.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to thank you again, though, Dave, for including us in your travels, making a part of this great adventure, and helping us all navigate and negotiate this crazy thing and do it safely. And I think that is so important. So thanks to you.
No, thanks to you guys. And now 2021 is only going to get better. It will.
If 2020 leaves.
Yes, that's right.
What's the worst that could happen?
That's right. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, we're going to make it through. So
be safe. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Go Pure Michigan. I'm wearing my shirt, Dave. See?
Impressive.